for short game, say you're hitting it within 20, 30 yards, you don't necessarily have to hit a sand wedge. But if you have a very little green to work with and you've got to come over a bunker or so on and you have to hit it high, a sand wedge is a good option. When you set up to the ball, position your weight over your forward foot. And like what I'm doing here is your front foot. Weight on the front, turn your feet a little toward the target. Yep. Position the ball right in between your feet. Yep. And when you swing, you're going to keep your weight pretty much on your front foot. You're not shifting a lot of weight with a short shot. This isn't a bad action. The club's going above that yellow line. I want it to stay on that yellow line. So a little straighter back. So what would that mean? That would mean your hands would stay over your toes. You see how your hands work out and away from your body a little bit. So your hands work out just a little bit. That may be something you do in your full swing that we want to take a look at. And then coming down, this isn't bad. So keep the club, what we call on plane would be back on that yellow line and down on that yellow line. But this, that's the angle of the shaft.
No, I know that.
Why is that important?
Well, I guess I'm asking is, how do I know where that line
Well, your hands would be going straighter back, and you would feel it. And I would show you how to get that position. But basically, your hands are going to work straight back more around your body. If I left my arm connected to my chest and I turn my trunk, you see how my hand works more around? It works on an arc. So your hands make more of a small arc. And this is pretty good contact though. So, I would say that's pretty good for a sand wedge. Like you said, that's an awkward club. If you shank the ball, the reason is you have too much knee flex. You want to push your hips back. A good way to get in posture is slide your hands down your thighs till you reach the top of your knees, then put your hands together. When you slide your hands down your thighs, you're going to push your rear end back. So you're creating space between the end of the golf club. There is no gap between the end of the club and your right thigh. You're too close to the ball there.
I am?
Yeah. So that would be a problem that would cause a shank. So that's something I want you to pay attention to. Pushing your hips back more. A little bit less knee flex will give you more space between the end of the club and your right thigh. So instead of being here, just to unlock your knees, you don't necessarily have to bend them so much.